Hi, I'm here tonight to convince you that disciplining small children is absolutely necessary to plant a seed for raising obedient and respectful kids. By disciplining your child every time they disobey, it keeps you from being pushed too far and losing control of the situation or overreacting with your child. Has your child ever ran away when you called his name? How about hit another child? Or what about pulling your hair? Your child needs to be corrected every time and any time this happens. Your baby will test his limits and yours. Your baby needs to know that she can depend on you to set limits for her safety and guidance, for self-control, which are the two main reasons it's so important for parents to enforce disciplinary actions for disobedience. There are lots of ways that you can discipline your kids. You'll just have to find what works best for your child. You can take away the things they like or whatever the tool was that was assisting them in their crime. You can sit them in a timeout, or as long as your child isn't in danger, you can let them experience logical and natural consequences. And then some parents will even spank, which depending on your child could be the most effective form of discipline. Spanking is okay, but it must be done the right way. Let me explain. A quick spanking when your child disobeys must be followed by a loving explanation of why he was spanked, reassured how much he is loved, and how to keep from being spanked in the future. When done in this manner, spanking is not child abuse, and depending on your child, may be the only way to help them learn a lesson. Make rules you can actually enforce. Avoid threat like, if you splash, I won't let you play in water ever again. Instead, state clearly that you expect the water to stay in the sink while your baby pours from cup to cup. If she splashes the water, reinstate the rule and tell her that water play is over for the day. There are two types of tantrums, and neither of them should ever be allowed. One is out of frustration, and the other is plain old temper tantrum. Frustration tantrums are popular in early years due to immature motor skills. You must deal with these by teaching your young child to ask for help. Temper tantrums are much more serious and, if not corrected, developed into serious verbal and physical violations. A temper tantrum is a complete rejection of parental authority. You need to isolate your child and follow through with disciplinary action after the child settles down. I often use and recommend a 1, 2, 3 count system. Toddlers take a while to process information, and so by doing this, it helps you know you're not disciplining them too quickly before disobedience is actually the factor. For example, I'd say, Miles, that doesn't belong to you. Please put it back right now. As he continues to push the buttons on my cell phone, I reply with, put it back 1. Miles, put it back 2. Put it back 3. Okay, now you will get a spanking. In an effective situation, if a child gets to number 3 one time, it won't go that far again. Lastly, I have to tell you to avoid saying no too often. The word will lose quickly its impact. Save it for important times, like when safety is an issue. Always say it firmly, never crack a smile, and always explain to your baby what they should be doing. For serious safety issues, use a powerful word like danger or stop. And if you use them only when absolutely necessary, it could save your child's life. These words will be used often, and that's just the way life is, but that's okay. They need to learn what stop actually means. On April 19th this year, a 3-year-old little boy ignored his mother's order to come back and was struck and killed by a passing car as he ran into the street. And sadly, the Auto Channel reported last year 37% of pedestrian deaths among children ages 4 and under occur in non-traffic locations, which are places like driveways, parking lots, and sidewalks, when an adult was actually present. Take my information and make the decision today to not only set rules for your children and enforce them, but to take disciplinary action consistently when your child disobeys. It could save their life, and it will help them to grow into respectful and obedient children.